From an impossible dream to humanity's greatest achievement.
The Future Earth presents Terraforming Mars. How humanity could build a second Earth.
Humanity has always dreamed of the stars, but one dream burns brightest: to build a new world. This is the story of Terraforming Mars, the greatest project in history, a mission of millennia. But Mars is a hostile world, frozen, airless, blasted by radiation, a planet designed to reject life. To awaken this slumbering giant, humanity needed a blueprint, a colossal engineering feat of unimaginable scale. The first problem: Mars was too cold. A frozen sphere where water existed only as ice, locked deep beneath the surface. The solution: amplify the sun. We needed a way to capture and concentrate the solar energy Mars desperately lacked. The mission begins with heat. Giant mirrors in orbit will focus sunlight onto the frozen polar ice caps. Thousands of automated drones tirelessly assembled these colossal structures, each one a diamond glinting in orbit. Focused beams of light, like new suns, began to target the planet's vast, frozen polar caps, initiating the thaw. This melts the ice, releasing carbon dioxide, and begins the first warming of the planet. As the ice sublimated, trillions of tons of ancient, trapped carbon dioxide flooded into the Martian sky. This was the first step in creating a greenhouse effect. But it was nowhere near enough to breathe.
Humanity needed to add to the atmosphere directly. We needed to build factories on a planetary scale.
First, an atmosphere. Giant factories will pump life-giving gases into the thin, cold Martian air. Their purpose: to manufacture super greenhouse gases, thousands of times more potent than carbon dioxide.
A network of these giants, strategically placed, began pumping the new atmosphere across the globe.
These massive structures worked tirelessly, extracting and releasing complex gases, transforming the very air of Mars. Year by year, the Martian sky began to thicken. The faint pink horizon slowly shifted to a hazy orange, then a deeper red. The pressure rose, not enough for humans to breathe unprotected, but enough to hold a new kind of weather.
For decades, these processors will churn, creating a breathable pressure and the very first Martian clouds.
For decades, the silent work continued. Generations of engineers and technicians dedicated their lives to this singular goal. The air grew thicker, still enough to allow for the first rudimentary weather systems beyond mere dust storms. Mars was breathing, but a truly living world needed oceans. That plan was humanity's most daring gamble yet. Though a hazy atmosphere now existed, Mars remained a dry world. For true life to flourish, vast oceans were needed. The solution was audacious: to redirect icy comets and asteroids from the outer solar system, slamming them into Mars. These celestial bodies, frozen rivers of water and volatiles, represented billions of years of cosmic history. Then, water. Comets from deep space will crash into the planet, forming the very first oceans. Precision was paramount. Each celestial giant had to be guided with pinpoint accuracy towards specific impact zones. Centuries of orbital mechanics and gravitational slingshots culminated in these final, critical moments. With an explosion that shook the nascent Martian atmosphere, the first icy comet struck, unleashing its liquid heart. Each impact was a controlled cataclysm, releasing not just water, but massive plumes of steam. Over decades, These impacts carved out vast basins, slowly filling with the first liquid water seen on Mars in billions of years. For the first time in an eon, the Martian winds carried the scent of water and the promise of rain. As the basins filled, underground geothermal vents were activated, bubbling warmth into the vast new seas. The water cycle began, a faint echo of Earth's rhythm, bringing localized mists and morning dew. Meanwhile, orbital shield arrays were deployed, protecting the delicate new atmosphere from solar radiation. This vital protective layer ensured the slow buildup of oxygen could continue unimpeded for millennia. The planet now had air and water, but it was sterile, lifeless. The final element was biology itself. Next, the first breath. Exobotanists released genetically engineered microbes to start producing precious oxygen. Specialized ships began the centuries-long process of seeding the new oceans and atmosphere with engineered microbes. They were bioengineered lichens and algae, designed to survive and to slowly exhale the first true oxygen. These tiny life forms were the true engines of change, tirelessly converting carbon dioxide into breathable oxygen. Over hundreds of years, the atmospheric oxygen levels began to rise, painting the sunsets a brilliant blue. Slowly, painstakingly, over centuries, the red dust will give way to the first hardy, green life. What began as a single sprout soon became a vast green carpet, spreading across the once barren continents. For 1,000 years, this silent work continued, until the red world finally began to blush green. These pioneering plants began to break down the Martian soil, releasing vital nutrients and forming the first true topsoil. Lichen and fungi, the planet's first architects, prepared the ground for more complex flora. Protected within biodomes, the first trees were cultivated, designed to withstand the still harsh Martian environment. These early forests were carefully monitored, each leaf a tiny factory working to generate oxygen and stabilize the soil. The stage was set. The planet was ready. After millennia of dreaming, humanity was coming home. After centuries of tireless effort, the true miracle began. The first Martian clouds formed, and rain fell. Rivers carved new paths. Great lakes filled. The once barren plains erupted in vibrant, green ecosystems. With the plants came animals. Hardy, genetically engineered species were introduced to build the first complex ecosystems. Humanity's first cities, once sealed under protective domes, could finally open to the sky. After millennia of transformation, the atmosphere had thickened, the air now capable of sustaining life. The ultimate test awaited. And then, the ultimate moment. Humanity's dream took the first breath of human-made air. Bliss. It was air, alien yet human. A testament to a species that refused to accept its limits. Generations were now born on Mars. Martians, who knew only a sky of blue and the scent of living soil. Generations passed. Children born on Mars knew only a sky of blue and the scent of living soil. From a dead world of red dust, a new Earth was born. A blue-green jewel shining in space. Don't miss our next journey into the unknown. Explore more stories from the future Earth.